You guys, I cannot even stress enough just how much nobody at the car dealership really takes karma seriously when we're talking about what your credit score can get you in terms of credit approval. Most every single time that I've talked to somebody, whether it be they're a student, they're somebody with extremely perfect credit, somebody that just got to the country, anytime they bring up their credit, I don't care who it is, I'm asking them where they got their credit score from. Why? Because I want to know wherever they're getting their credit score from is the same place that the dealer is getting their credit score from. The reason why this is so important, especially right now, is because lenders are not giving out loans as easily, as quickly as they were last year. The reason why the FICO Auto Score 8, and by the way, while we're on the subject, I am in no way whatsoever connected with the FICO company. I'm in no way being paid by or sponsored by FICO to make this video. I'm just downright exhausted by having to talk about this over and over again, and I thought I'd make a video regarding it. The FICO Auto Score is what's used by, I would say, 9 out of 10 dealerships that I talk to, and what the FICO Auto Score is gonna do is tell these lenders what the likelihood of you defaulting on that loan is. The reason why this is so important right now is they need some indication as to whether or not it's looking like you may default, and they probably shouldn't take you on as a risk. The way that the FICO Auto Score does this is it takes into account previous auto loan history, as well as, whatever karma or the other vantage scores are doing. They're basically just averaging out whatever history that you actually have. So most of the time, people with no credit card history, whatever history they might have with a couple of credit cards, they're getting it just averaged out and being given a vantage score, as opposed to the FICO score, especially the FICO Auto Score. It's taking into account a lot longer of a history. It's looking for a longer history. It's looking for major lines of credit. And when it comes to the FICO Auto Score, it's going to weigh auto history a lot more than just your regular credit history. This is especially important when you're going out there and buying a car, because it tells the auto lenders you pay specific attention to auto loans and you can be trusted with an auto loan. This is going to come in very handy for those of you that are trying to buy maybe more car than you should be buying, because it tells the lenders, hey guys, you can trust me. I've been doing this for quite a while. And the opposite is also true for those that don't have any auto loan history. It may shoot you in the foot, because say you've got some credit cards that you've been on time with, you're not going to necessarily earn the best rates because you don't have any auto loan history. I got a question from a user called Mike Jones. Mike Jones asked, so how do you get a FICO Auto Score if you never bought a car but only have credit cards? You're going to have a FICO Auto Score. FICO is going to produce you an auto score. However, that auto score may be a little bit lower than your actual credit score, or maybe your karma score that you're being given, because the FICO Auto Score is going to be a pure actual score that can be trusted by the lenders to give them a clear indication as to how comfortable they should feel giving you an auto loan, given the fact that you've never had an auto loan. So with that being said, you guys, the FICO Auto Score, for me, the closest you'll ever get to it in terms of how can I check it real quick, the quickest you can actually get to it, most Amexes and most Discover cards will give you a FICO score from the Model 8. However, it's not the FICO Auto Score. The reason why they give you the FICO Score 8 is this is going to give you a average FICO score that can be used for multiple different avenues. The reason why the FICO Auto Score 8 is used by the auto dealers and the lenders, etc., is because the FICO Auto Score 8 is going to take into account auto loan history. The way that you can get your FICO Auto Score 8, I've got a link in the description. Basically, you get your FICO Auto Score 8 from FICO. You get it from My FICO. You don't actually get punished on your credit score by checking your own FICO score. So basically, if you go and check your own FICO score, you're not going to get penalized on your credit. You're not going to lose any points for checking your own credit score. And this is a common question that people get asked. Now, the reason why this is so important is because if you go to a car dealership and have them run your credit, you do get dinged. So the best way to do this is get your own FICO Auto Score 8. And not even just your FICO Auto Score 8, but you'll be able to get a couple of the other models. The reason why the FICO Auto Score 8 is the most important for me is because it's being used by the most amount of dealerships. However, you can even get your FICO Auto Score 9. Regardless, go in the description, click the link to get your FICO Auto Score 8, and then instead of having multiple dealerships run your credit, you can just tell them, I have my FICO Auto Score 8 right here. Now, if you get your FICO Auto Score 8 back and it's saying, you know, the 3 different bureaus, one of them is at like a 710, one of them is at a 725, and one of them is at like a 718. Most of the time, any dealership that you go to, 720 is the credit score they'll be looking for. Now, if you're somewhere close to this, don't stress, because most dealerships and most lenders, they're looking for a median, a ballpark within the 720 range. If you can be as close as possible to this, even if you're not immediately approved at the best tier credit approval, what they can do is they can call in and ask the lender for what's called a tier bump. What a tier bump does is it takes you from a tier 2 or a tier 1 and brings you to that highest level of tier 1A or tier 1 plus or tier A plus, whatever that lender likes to call it. I do want to stress, however, by getting your FICO Auto Score 8, relative to the other credit scores that you're getting a live, up-to-date look at whatever the lender is going to be looking at. If you've got your credit score from your credit card or Karma or the app or what have you, it may not, you're looking at something that not only is it something that the dealer is not even looking at, but you're also looking at something that could be outdated by a couple weeks to a month. When you're getting your FICO score, especially your FICO Auto Score 8, you're getting a live, up-to-date look at what your credit score is. I do want to stress again, I am in no way sponsored by FICO. I am in no way being compensated by FICO for making this video. However, if you click the link in the description, at no additional cost, I will be compensated by just sending you to FICO so you can actually get your FICO scores. If you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to check out the resources down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.